Over the last week and a half, I have noticed more people blatantly lying about the state of the crypto market than I have realistically seen probably within the last 5 years that I've been a part of this market. And so today I was like, you know what? It's a Saturday. We're going to do something a little bit different. I want to address some of the lies that we are being force-fed like a 3-year-old all over Twitter, all over TikTok, and all over YouTube. Now, we are actually being force-fed lies from both sides. We're seeing bulls feed us lies that are blatantly not true. We're seeing bears feed us lies that are blatantly not true. But today we're going to target the bears because I am inherently a bit more bullish in the long term, and so I just want to target the bears today, and we'll go after the bulls another day. Now, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to tell you some of the lies that they're spewing, and then I'm going to tell you why those things either not true or just stupid. Like, it's just a dumb thing to think. And so because of that, let's just do it. The very first one, the biggest one, the lie, it's not a lie because it is true, but it's just an annoying thing that people say. We've never seen a red December during the year of a halving. Therefore, this has to be the end of the bull market. This time is different. Has to be the end of the bull market. It is the most annoying thing that the bears are saying. It's by far the most annoying thing. And the reason that I say that is because, quite frankly, there have only been 3 halvings. We had the one in 2016, the one in 2020, and now the one in 2024. And sure, if you go look at 2020, we had a 46% month back then. If you go look at 2016, we had a 13% month back then. But I want to ask you a very simple question. Do you think there's basically anything in the market, in the stock market, for example, which is another comparable asset class, that has just never happened before in terms of monthly performance? No. The longer that an asset class is around, the more variables that will be introduced into the market that will shift the rate of returns and the way in which that market works. That's normal. Let me give you an example of what I mean. The reason why I very possibly believe we are seeing this mark stifled a little bit is due to the fact that major institutions are doing tax loss harvesting. What this simply means is that companies, what they're capable of doing is they can look and say, okay, well, throughout the year we took losses here, 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 and here, but we're in profit on our Bitcoin a whole bunch. So what we're going to do, or unrealized profit. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull some of that profit to kind of cancel out some of those losses that we had in some of our other assets, and this is going to make our overall yearly performance look better. Therefore, they go in, they start selling at a profit. And of course, the economy is in a little bit of a weird place right now. No one knows what's going on. So they would really like to do that in order oftentimes to be able to help boost their stock prices up. That's normal. It happens all the time. And so when you introduce a variable like that into the crypto market, it is no surprise that a month of December is not going to look that good. But that's just normal. When you introduce more variables into an asset class as it expands, it will naturally cause variations in performances and patterns and everything. And that's why you have to be able to adapt. But quite frankly, saying, oh, this has never happened before, so the bull market has to be over, it's just irritating. It's one of those ones that just truly gets under my skin. And so that's one of the very first ones. Now, the next little lie that we're being spewed is that the bulls, this is funny, right? It's the polarization. The bulls are saying, well, everybody knows the market's going to go up. The bears are just they're just being pygmies, right? And then the bears are saying, dude, if you look around, we all can clearly tell that this bull market is over. We're all just in denial. Everyone's in denial except for us. And this is something that I'm actually seeing pop up. I've seen 3 or 4 YouTubers, I think now, major YouTubers, saying that the bear market is like obviously starting to approach. The bull market is obviously at an end, but we're just all in denial. Look at the economy. And if you look in the comment sections, you'll see more of this than you've seen probably in recent months, where everyone's saying, look at the economy. The bear market's obviously here. The bull market's over. The top is in, blah, 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 blah. But what's interesting is not particularly the fact that they believe that the bull market is or isn't over, but it's the polarization in saying that everyone knows this and we're just all pretending. And now, in my opinion, I would actually say it's quite obvious no one knows what's going to go on. It's literally the opposite. They're saying everyone knows and we're just all in denial. I think no one really knows what's going to happen. Myself included, I have no idea what's going to happen in the next few weeks. I got no clue. Simple as that. I know I'm a YouTuber and you think for some reason YouTubers have magical powers, but I'm just telling you, I have no idea. No one does. And look, there's a couple things that I can do to show you that no one knows. No one knows. So whenever they try to polarize you and make you feel like you're the only one in the room who believes the bull market is going to happen or not going to happen, let me just show you that no one does. Okay, first and foremost, let's go over to liquidation levels. First and foremost, people are betting on an even split just within the last day that the market goes up and the market goes down. This means that just as many people, for the most part, in terms of ratios, because there is a little bit of a difference in the leverage, but it doesn't matter, are in general under the same ratio of belief that we are going to see the market go up and the market go down. Simple as that. It would be the opposite, but you get the point, right? Liquidations. even. You go to something like, let's go to sentiment, just for example. What you can look up is what people are searching. People who are typing in Bitcoin to 110K, 105K, 100,000, 90,000, 100,000. Look at this real quick. So what I have on this chart, this is a chart from sentiment. What it allows you to do is allows you to see, it's like Google Trends basically, but it allows you to see how many people are typing in certain things on Twitter, socials, etc. Now, what I've done is I've gone on and I've looked up social volume for Bitcoin 100K, Bitcoin 90K, Bitcoin 110K, Bitcoin 80K. Generally speaking, whenever people believe that a crypto, Bitcoin, is going to go to a certain level, like $80,000, you see them typing it or you see them saying it on socials. You see them just talking about it a lot more, right? During bull markets, like the peak of the bull market, you'll see Bitcoin 250K. During the valley of the bear market, right, you'll see people say Bitcoin 5,000. You just see them typing in the direction they think it's going to go. It's just a normal thing, right? And if you go out to sentiment, look, it's the same ratios. So what I'll do is I'll hover over first and foremost Bitcoin 100K. Okay, this is what Bitcoin 100K looks like. Well, let's see what Bitcoin 90K looks like. Oh, basically the same, maybe a little bit less, but basically the same. Well, let's see Bitcoin 110K. Oh, well, almost exactly the same. Oh, well, let's see what Bitcoin 80K looks like. Oh, basically exactly the same. And when we just move the mouse and put them all on top of each other, what you can see is everyone has the same thing. Everyone is searching up and talking about the same things. No one knows. And so the next time you see people try to polarize you and say, oh, well, everybody can clearly tell that this is going in the upper direction, you're just in denial. It's like, why at this point then would everyone be so split? Why would we be seeing liquidations so even? This means that just as many people in this category are betting the market's going to go up as this many people who are betting that the market's going to go down in terms of ratios, right? This same amount of people are looking up the same exact things. And so when I look at it like this, it's like, no one knows, and that's okay. It is okay when no one knows. And I hope you understand that. It's not a bad thing when no one knows, because this is crypto with multiple different changing variables. We have a presidential election at the same time where we have institutions, and we're running out of catalysts. No one knows, and it's totally fine. But stop pretending, and I'm talking to YouTubers and Twitter guys, stop pretending, like stop forcing it. You're forcing engagement, and it just gets under my skin. Now, the next thing, the very next thing, the bears say this one every day. This is not what's supposed to happen during a bull market. This is the most childish argument, but this isn't supposed to happen in a bull market. Bull markets don't see periods like this. Bull markets don't pull back like this. Go back in 2021 and find me a time where this happened. And this is the one that gets under my skin the most, because people are acting like what we're seeing right now isn't normal. It is normal. It's very normal. You want to know how it's normal? Let me show you why it's normal. What we saw. Okay, look. Let me do this. Okay. Let's go to Bitcoin. So what we've seen from Bitcoin over the last, let's go ahead and call it a week and a half. Okay, boom, 2 weeks. Make it easier. 2 weeks. We've seen Bitcoin's price fall roughly, top to bottom, 15%. Cool, right? This is what people are saying isn't normal. This is what the bears are trying to convince you is the reason why the bull market is over. They think this is so bad that it ends the bull market guaranteed. Let me show you something. What we're going to do is we're going to go back to the most parabolic bull run that there ever has been in most asset classes, and that was the crypto bull market of 2021. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to handhold the bears real quick and count, like a kindergarten, how many times we've seen this happen. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Lucky number 13, baby boy. We have seen 13 times in the most parabolic bull market that we've seen in all of crypto. 13 times that this market fell over 10%. And we've seen times right before the top where it fell 25%. Even in this moment right here, which is 10% more than we've fallen now. That's Bitcoin going to 83,000. That's Bitcoin going to 84,000. That's what this pullback was. Yet, this is the end of the bull market? Someone explain it to me. Sure, I have been an advocate here on my channel that the short term is sketchy. I've expressed my concern that we are in the short term going to possibly see this market pull back to 80,000, 82,000. I've expressed my short term concern. But at the end of the day, I've said consistently, nonstop, that the long term is still a beautiful picture. Whether we go into a little 6-month cool down period or we go into a 1-year cool down period, it doesn't matter to me. I believe crypto pushes on. I believe that we will continue to see the bull market rage on at some point, sometime next year. And so because of that, I just wonder, how do you justify it? And I really can't figure this one out. I can't figure out what the argument is that because Bitcoin is now down 15%, that the bull market is over. I can't figure it out. Because how did we fall 13 times in the last bull market under similar circumstances in much quicker, rapid sessions, and that wasn't the end of the bull market? Please explain it to me. Because people may say, oh, well, Tyler, it's different in a macro environment, or it's a different macro environment. Yeah, I completely agree. It's a different macro environment from both perspectives, right? You're obviously going to have that economy not looking as hot right now, but are we going to pretend like in 2021 we weren't already starting to see the tremblings of the economy not doing too well, right? We were, obviously, especially in the end of 2021. Everyone saw it. And so to me, there's so many different things, and it's like, okay, well, sure, the macro economy, the economic side of things is going to impact the crypto market from a retail perspective, but oftentimes, do your research, during some of the worst economic periods is when you will see some of the most investment from institutions that we've ever seen. They want to buy things at lower rates. That's what they do. And they have enough money to be perfectly fine during bad times. But hardship in the economy doesn't impact the people at the top. It doesn't impact them, right? It just doesn't. Look it up. It doesn't. And so because of that, sure, times may be different. But my question is, how does just because it fell 15% mean that the bull market's over? I don't get it. And so because of that, those are the three main things that I saw. And I don't want this video to be too long. So I just had to break that down because it just does not make sense, quite frankly. And so again, lie number one. Let's kind of just rewind a little bit. Let's just rewind just a tad here, okay? The very first lie that we were seeing on a rather consistent basis is that just because we're seeing what's happening from, let's do this, December, as the crypto market gets older, there will not be 1 month where it's not green and 1 month where it's never been red. That's just a childish way to look at things. As the market grows up, things will be added to it that cause variation. That's normal. Lie number two, polarization. Everybody's saying that everybody knows this. No one knows anything. Look at Visual Screener. Everyone's just free firing at this point. Look at liquidation levels. Everyone's just betting in random directions. Look at social sentiment. And everybody's looking up the same things because no one really knows. And lie number two is that, or just dumb thing number two, is that the market's over because of 15% pullback when we've seen 13 of these in just the last bull market that performed even better than we have seen so far. So because of these things, it just doesn't make much sense to me. But what I do want is at least to ask you, if you're one of those people who are saying the things that I've talked about today, and I know I seem a little aggressive today. I don't know why. I just got back from the gym, got a pump in, and I'm feeling a little bit aggressive in a good way. But no, jokes aside. What I do want, kind of just dropping all the excitement and stuff for a second here, right? If you are someone who truly believes that we are now in a very bearish time, and you believe one of the things that I've talked about in this video, what I want you to do is I want you to go in the comment sections and let's talk about it. You guys know I reply to every comment in the comment sections. It's one of the things here on the channel. So I'd love to chat with you about this because quite frankly, I just don't believe this makes sense and I want your thoughts on it. So let me know down there and I will tell you, listen, if you did find this type of video interesting, let me know in the comments down below. I've really been enjoying sitting down and just chatting with you guys a little bit more. I'd love to do it a lot more. One thing that I do this a lot over in the Discord server. In the Discord server, which is Tyler Hill's Crypto Vault, we do a whole bunch of stuff like this, like Insights with Tyler, for example, where even here, I made a video where I said, I don't believe that the bull run is over and things like that. I talked about the USDT situation. I also tell them like what I'm buying sometimes and stuff here. I do a lot of this over in the community, but I'd love to do it here on YouTube as well. So let me know if you want to see that. Now, speaking of the community, guys, I will let you know I don't know if I've talked to you about this, jokes. I've talked about this every video, but we have built what's called Tyler Hill's Crypto Vault. Okay, Tyler Hill's Crypto Vault was a school that was made for 3 very specific type of people. And if you are one of these type of people, I want you to listen. Okay, person number 1 is a beginner who's just trying to get a grasp on all the craziness of crypto. It's a lot, it's confusing. And if you're someone who's new to this, you're trying to figure it out, we made this for you. If you're an intermediate, so you started building up some skills, but you're struggling to figure out how to take those skills and actually turn them into a strategy, this is for you. And third, advanced people who have all of these skills, but they feel like they've hit a plateau and they're trying to get that extra edge. Like that tiny little extra edge to up their win ratio. If that's you, this is for you. And so if you're one of those 3 people, our mission is honestly very, very, very simple. What we do is we take crypto investors just like yourself, one of those 3 people. We give you courses, coaching, classes, live streams, workshops, trade signals, research, and Q&As. We then use all of this value to help you create strategies and use those strategies to create gains. And I'm not just saying that. You don't have to just take it from me. You can take it from the community. As you can see here, the community, for example, $6,000 gain there, 300% there, 12, 6, 28. And if I just scroll through, you can see all of the gains that are being made here just yesterday. I mean, this was just yesterday. Hundreds of percentages and gains, tens of thousands of dollars being made every single day. So again, don't take it from me, take it from the gains. The proof is in the pudding. And the best part about it is, guys, if you just don't find the community useful, you can just have your money back because we know it has that much value. And you can join for as little as $5 a month if you do check out that Patreon link down below. $5 a month or $17 a month right now. The executive tier is sold out. So feel free to go check that out down below. There are 922 members in the community, and it's growing at a rapid rate that I've never seen before. So feel free to go check that out. And don't forget, if you are a bear and someone who believes the stuff that I talked about today, let me know in the comment section your thoughts, and let's have a convo down there. But of course, I hope you guys did appreciate and enjoy today's video, and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.